What's up, y'all? Combat Carbon coming at you one more time. There's a lot going on in the Corvette world, and I thought what better time now than to take an inside look inside not only my Corvette, but the new ZR1. That's right. I've been taking a look at all of the footage from people like Chuck at Corvettes918 and Rick Corvette Conti. Those guys were just out there in LA at the LA Auto Show. I've been following guys on Instagram, and looks like a few of y'all have, probably those that live in California, have made your way there and putting up some really cool pics that give you a little bit better look at the new ZR1 outside of what we see in Car and Driver and magazines and on the internet. So that's really cool. You guys are getting up there in close and personal. But what I wanted to do today was give you a look inside of the Carbon65, which from everything that I've seen, everything that I've read, is literally the cockpit of the new ZR1. If you get it in orange, looks like you're gonna get some bronzing on the back of the competition seats. So that's a little different than the gloss black that I have. But other than that, and I was really happy to see Corvettes918 and Rick Corvette Conti's vlogs. They're on YouTube as well. And yeah, pretty much from what I saw, I'm going to give you what the inside of mine looks like. So for those of you who are going to be buying a new ZR1 here in the near future, check this vlog out, push it to your friends if they're looking at it as well. I basically am putting this thing on the road, not every day, but I have got right about 800 miles on it right now. And I've kind of learned some things here or there, and can tell you some weak spots in the design. There are not many. There's like actually only one I can think of, and we'll get to that here in just a quick second. But anyway, without further ado, before we go on, hit the like button, do subscribe, also follow on Instagram. That's a little bit more current and daily for me. It's a little easier to do as far as as opposed to doing all the video edits. But anyway, yeah, hit the like button, please subscribe. And now, without further ado, let's get started on the interior. All right, so the first thing I want to take a look at here is the side of your door, in which what you're getting is Alcantara all over the place. Right here, of course, I've got the Carbon65, and it looks like this is an option on 2018s, and if it's on 18s, I'm assuming it's going to be an option on the 2019s, especially with the ZR1. I doubt there's going to be anything they don't allow you to get. So what we got here on your side door, this is the driver's side. Obviously, I've got my little garage door openers there for that hooked on the door. But anyway, yeah, you've got Alcantara all along here. This is very comfortable, very, well, I'm not going to say super soft because it's wrapped almost directly onto the frame, whatever it is under here, probably some type of metal or plastic. But do have the blue stitching, and that looks like that's going to come standard on the ZR1 as well. And pretty much, yes, this is the Carbon65, but for all you that are super hyped about the ZR1, because it's pretty much died down on the Carbon, this is for you. So in your standard Corvettes, you will get Alcantara here if you order it, but this is Nappa leather. So this panel right through here is Nappa leather that matches up here and here. But this is what you're gonna get, a little bit of added pizzazz there. So and you see the blue stitching wraps all the way up, going up here along the door sill, and then you've got the blue stitching there towards the top. So that's a good look, I think, for all of you. And again, this is the 3LT package for the Grand Sport. This would also be the 3LZ package for the Z06, and looks like they're going to do 1 and 3 ZR packaging for the ZR1. So there you go. That's a look at the door panel. There's the, I'll go ahead and showcase it now. For the one flaw that I found, the only flaw in the car, this right here where you rest your arm, is there's some indentions in here in the foam, whatever foam that they are using. Just Chevy, this is my plug to you and anyone watching this. If you've got ties to Chevrolet, GM, go ahead and push it up to them as well. I did write a report in my customer satisfaction, but anyway, this has indentions from where my elbow sits. It does not rebound whatsoever. So if you plan on daily driving it, plan on this being just worn out. Like back here is smooth, up here is smooth because my elbow doesn't actually rest there. But right in here, there's tons of indentions where it's not, you know, really spongy or anything like that. So like I said before, it's not the softest. It's soft to the touch, but as far as like pushing down, no, this isn't like a pillow top mattress pad. But other than that, I have no issues with this car, and honestly, for what it's worth, that's minuscule. It's not even a big deal. It doesn't kill the parade or anything. So now let's take a look. We're gonna swing into the inside, and it's still sunny out here, so I was really excited about that. You're gonna get your wet look carbon fiber here inside of a ZR1, and definitely, obviously, inside the Carbon65 edition, which is what I have. So here's a look at the steering wheel to start, and we've seen pictures of this all over the place. Did a little zoom back out here, so you can see the whole thing. You've got the wet look carbon fiber up here along the top, and you've got the wet look along the bottom. I have the Grand Sport, so I don't have any special badging or anything. If this was a ZR1, I'm sorry, if this was a Z06, the Z06 emblem would be here, and from what I've seen on the photos, it looks like the ZR1 emblem is actually here where the horn is, or the airbag. So I've had a few questions. A lot of people asked me about this before I started driving, or before I picked up the car, and as well as after. The question is, how does the Alcantara feel along with the gloss up here, that wet look carbon fiber? It basically feels like a shiny plastic. Like, it's real smooth. Like I said, it's gloss. Anyway, so they asked about how is that for driver comfort. Honestly, it is the most comfortable steering wheel I've ever driven. I'm glad there's not leather. We're down here in the south, so this has actually sat out in the sun a few times. I've gone out to get something to eat and watch some football or college basketball. Anyway, the sun hits it. This Alcantara and the suede on the steering wheel, it doesn't heat up at all. So if you're looking to not have your hands burning from touching leather and it's sitting in the sun, you don't have a sunshade, this is going to suffice. So this stays nice and cool to the touch, as well as up here. This actually grips better than the Alcantara. This is actually kind of slippery, but then you hit up here and you're stopping. So that's really comfortable, a really good grip. It almost feels like you've got racing gloves on, and like I said, the same down here. So as far as daily driving, it's awesome. Now I did a little Ceramic Pro. I went with the Ultimate package, so they went ahead and put down, basically like Scotch guarded the entire inside, but with Ceramic Pro. So I'm not really worried about oils or anything getting on the steering wheel at all. It hasn't been an issue as far as staying clean. If I had a little dirt on my hands, I get in here and I just dust it off real fast, and boom, there you go. So if you're worried about the steering wheel and drivability of it, worry no more. I put 800 miles on this steering wheel. I love it. If I could put this in all of my vehicles, I would do it. So let's see. From there, you have the dash, and you're going to have the wet look carbon fiber. So I really hope you're getting a good look at this as well. It wraps all the way from down here by the steering column and all the way around. It comes up. I'll get my hand out of the way, and it comes up around the dash there. You're gonna have that little silver wrap there, or silver end piece to the carbon fiber, which I think is great. They didn't end it with a plastic. They put a little flash on there, and it does extend out to the side of the door, so it's a complete package. Again, this is gonna come stock on, obviously, the Carbon65 and definitely on the ZR1. Which is nice. You can get these pieces aftermarket. And then we'll swing over past your instrument cluster, and now we're here over the center of the vehicle, and you've got that extension of the silver lip there along with the wet look carbon fiber. So that goes all the way around. You guys seen the screen going down. No changes there. Coming all the way underneath, wrapping back to the steering column, and that's pretty much it there. Just for those wondering, yes, this is car number 305 of the Carbon65 edition Combat Carbon. Mr. 305, as Corvettes 918 has referred to me before. But now this here, obviously, it's not going to say Carbon65. It's going to say ZR1. So we'll take a look at that, and I do not believe it doesn't. GM or Corvette is not saying that they're going to number the cars. They are going to be limited production. So there's a little difference between limited production and a numbered vehicle. Numbers are pretty much hard set from the get-go. Limited production is, hey, we're limited based off of availability and parts, so we're not going to make any promises that we're going to push a whole bunch of vehicles out. Anyway, we're not talking about availability, we're talking about what you're going to get. So then you got the grab handle here, and we'll start, and that wraps up, goes all the way back across the top, and again, you've got the blue stitching, and we'll actually give it the look here. So this is what it looks like from the passenger side, and then as you roll up, you've got it there. You're gonna have the Napa leather on your dash, one of your center speakers there, and then you're gonna have that Alcantara wrap with the stitching of probably gonna be your choice of color, how you want it, or what color you want that stitching to be based off of the interior package that you get and the exterior color. So there you go. This is the jet black. The Alcantara is more of a gray color. It's more of like a carbon gray than it is jet black. The seats, however, those are definitely jet black, and the carpet inside. And then that wraps all the way up your pillar here. You're gonna have your suede literally everywhere. You do have your plastic here along the side, and that's fine. This is actually part of your lid. And then that comes down, you're gonna have suede, more suede Alcantara there on the drop down mirror. Cool, open it up. The car's not on right now, but those lights will come on. You've got your mirror there. And then I can only imagine they're gonna do the cross hatch stitching along the roof liner, which I think is absolutely gorgeous. So there you go. Very fine craftsmanship. There it is on the focus. Very fine craftsmanship. It's almost like hand stitched. So A plus on the roof and the interior styling of these cars. Corvette, keep doing it. Keep doing what you're doing. Coming up here. Whoop, let's get that focus back for you. Come on now. There it is. Awesome. We're coming up on 10 minutes, so we'll keep pushing to the other side here. There you go. It's a good look. And then just so you can see how that stitching goes from the Alcantara, and then you've got a very nice blend into the Napa leather from here to here. Good connection there. And then you got the Napa leather that wraps all the way around. So you got the blue stitching not just in the Alcantara, but in the Napa leather. Then you got your passenger side door, pretty much identical to the driver door. You just don't have the seat selections there for the storage seat settings. But again, you've got that extra panel that goes along here for the passenger side door, and this actually wraps up. You don't get this on the driver's side door because you have your settings here, which is in plastic, which is actually kind of interesting. So the passenger side, and I'm just now realizing that the passenger side actually has more suede Alcantara on it than the driver's side door. So that's pretty funny. Chevy, if you may want to switch that up, and since we're talking about it, so here's a look at the passenger side door. We're gonna jump over to the driver's side door and see that that's Napa leather. So then you come over here, and of course you can see here, this is basically plastic. Here's where the other door had the Napa that went all the way up across the top. So I don't know, I totally get it though. You've got buttons here, and maybe that's not gonna go so well with the electrics and all that. So obviously easier to put buttons here where it's plastic and not cloth material. So again, no complaints, something I just noticed, no big. And then you've got your other pillar arm across there. There's your passenger. Ooh, there we go. Got some light on the situation. Got your passenger drop down mirror, or sun visor, I guess is what it's actually called. Flip that back up. And then you've got more Alcantara here in the front of your passenger along the dash where the airbags are. And of course, with your 3-level packaging, boom, you've got the passenger climate control. So yep, awesome. Let's come back to the center. You've got your Alcantara wrapped shifter here, 7-speed in the manual, and then you've got all the Alcantara here. Again, very soft to the touch. Again, no worries with the oils on there. I'm normally shifted with 2 hands. That's how easy it is to shift in this vehicle. So just kind of tossing it around, but that's very comfortable daily driving, or I should say driving it on the days that I do drive it, because this is not my daily car. I don't want to steer anybody wrong there. cool. And then you've got your Alcantara that comes along here down by your leg. So when you're driving, you're gonna be sitting like this, and then you got your blue stitching just everywhere. It's just a really good look. Let's see if we can get wrapped around here. There you go. Now this is a plastic. That would be really cool if this was a Napa leather, but again, you've got pieces that are moving, so you're not really gonna get you know, your extra cloth there. And then here you've got the Alcantara on the center, and that's gonna flip up. Got my GoPro case in there. I've been having issues with the GoPro, so using the camera phone today. Anyway, there you go. Let's take a look at this competition seat. So this is your passenger seat, and I think it's got more light on. Actually, I'll tell you what, why don't I hop out real quick and show you that. Awesome. Yeah, so we are able to get some more light on the situation with the driver's seat. So cool. You're gonna have that wet look carbon fiber here on the seat there. It says competition. Now, one thing I noticed from Corvette Conti and Chuck over there at Corvette's 918, you don't get anything special, just like the Carbon65 in the headrest. Now on the collector's edition, you got that collector's edition headrest. I do believe on the Z06 there's an option to get, or probably all of them, there's an option to get a little wording in there, like a little stamped Z06 on the headrest. So I hope for you guys spending all that money on the ZR1, and as long as we all have waited for it, whether we're going to buy one or not, we're waiting to see these things drop. I hope Chevy, you give us a little something special there on the headrest. Other than that, it's a very comfortable headrest. I actually drive sitting forward most days. I'm rarely sitting back because this car keeps me on my toes at all times. So there you go, gloss or wet look carbon fiber on the competition seats. And again, you get the blue stitching that comes down on the jet black bolsters. These are adjustable. There are people out there doing reviews saying these are not adjustable, or they don't know if they are adjustable. They're adjustable, dang it, they are adjustable. So you can slide the seat forward, you can slide the seat back, you can lift the seat up, down, you can drop the back of it down, you can pull the back of it up, you can drop the front of it down, you can pull the front of it up. This one here, you can tilt it forward and back, and then this is how you adjust the bolstering on the side. So those can squeeze in or relieve some of the pressure. And I pretty much keep mine pretty tight. And I'm a big guy. Just to give you my dimensions, I am 6'4", 215 pounds, so a big guy, and I sit very comfortable in these vehicles. The only thing that moves on my vehicle entry for passenger entry and exit is the steering wheel, because I keep it all the way back at all times. So anyway, there's your seat, jet black. It is black. I do kind of like that it's a little more on the gray side. Just, I don't know, that word carbon and the jet black, but yeah. There's your seat up against the black carpet inside the vehicle. And again, more your stitching, you have that Alcantara, or probably more your suede on the inside. So there you go, that's it. Let me pop the hatch real fast since we're running out of time. I want to keep this short. So looking in the back of the vehicle, obviously you're gonna have tons of room, but I will say this, let's go this side, I think gives you a better look. You've got more Alcantara that comes along here in the back and across the top, and there you can see the stitching from the cover, and this will give you a good look at the back of my seats, how they're gloss black, as opposed to more of that flat plastic look, the same plastic they use on the fenders, that's going to be changed out. That'll probably be my first change with the added carbon fiber. But yeah, if you get the new, I think it's Sebring orange, that's going to be the bronze. You're going to get more of a bronze color, and we've all seen that from the Car and Driver magazines and the guys doing the videos there from the LA Auto Show. So there you go. There's a good look. That'll probably be the thumbnail for the interior of the ZR1, as well as the interior of number 305, Carbon65, Combat Carbon. My only other thing, and this is just a personal opinion, if you do go convertible, I do think, yes, you do get the convertible feel, and obviously you're going to miss out on some of that cargo space, but I think you're also missing out on some more Alcantara add-ons and carpeting. So
you kind of give up some material for some different types of riding enjoyment, but more power to you. I love the look of the convertibles when the top's down. So yeah, get those. They're all obviously more exclusive than the coupes. So anyway, all right, we're coming up on a pretty good lengthy video. I think that'll do it for today. So there you go. All right, that's it. Again, thank you for watching. Please subscribe, hit the like button. Love seeing you guys in your comments on Instagram. Love seeing the few comments from those already following here on YouTube. So you guys have a wonderful Sunday. Hope you have a blessed week moving forward. And get out there, drive your vets, and be safe, y'all. Bye.
All right, y'all, there it was. Inside look at Combat Carbon, the Carbon65 number 305, and also a look inside the new ZR1. Again, that's the best that I can gather of what the new ZR1 interior is going to look like, and also give you an opinion from somebody that does own the vehicle, that has driven this vehicle, put almost 1,000 miles on it already, so has a good feel for what you're actually getting and the quality of the product that that Chevy, GM, Corvette is putting out right now. So again, high quality, well worth the money. If you're looking at getting the new ZR1, boom, do it. Do not look back. Do not second guess yourself. Personal opinion, I would get it in ceramic matrix gray, same color as this, because the new ZR1 has more carbon fiber than the carbon fiber edition 65-year anniversary Carbon65. So why not get that and basically have a fully loaded, as tricked out as you can get, carbon fiber loadout vehicle. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button. Please subscribe. Check out the Instagram, the same as the YouTube, Combat Carbon. That's a little more up to date and daily with pictures and posts that are going forward. So the next time we see you will be this weekend coming up. We're gonna do a little Toys for Tots run and try and get get out and do a little parade with the Corvette Club and drop some toys off for some kids this holiday season. All right, until next time, y'all be safe and take care. We'll see you later. See ya.